Howdy, folks. Greyhawk 4x4 coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer, and we have indeed reached another Beer 30. Cheers. For those of you that are new to the segment, this is where we have a beer. I usually have a craft beer, talk about that for a second, and then we get into the gaming news of the day. We actually have two decent stories that both actually broke yesterday, but I want to talk about them today. So today's beer is the Rogue Hazelnut Brown Nectar. This is spectacular. Generally, anything by Rogue is going to be a quality brew. It is pricey, but they're all delicious. And if you like a brown ale, a classic brown ale, that's what you're going to get here. This one is the hazelnut is very prominent. It has a very strong hazelnut flavor and finish to it. So enough about the beer. Let's talk about these two stories that hit. So number one, of course, is the big announcement of the next Witcher game, which, as a bookmark right now, everybody's kind of just calling it Witcher 4, but that's nothing official. That's not the name of it. But for lack of a better term, we're just going to say The Witcher 4. And apparently, it's something about the new era. They're teasing it as the new era. So it may not even be Geralt that is the protagonist for the next new era or whatever. So anyway, that's all we really know, other than a couple of things that they did confirm. One being that this is going to be some deal with Epic Games. However, they did say it would not be an exclusive to the Epic Games storefront. So that's a good thing. Now, one reason for that might be that CD Projekt Red, who of course produces the Witcher franchise, also owns GOG.com, or Good Old Games. I don't know if they even go by GOG anymore or just GOG. I don't know. But regardless, GOG is owned by CD Projekt Red. They sell games, including new games, so they couldn't necessarily make an exclusive to Epic because they would not be able to sell it on their own storefront. So it could be that it'll be on those two, or it could be they'll just make it available, wherever, on Steam, etc. So that is yet to be seen, but it is, quote, not an exclusive. The next thing that we know is that they are going with the Unreal Engine instead of their own engine that they've used on their Witcher games up till this point. I think it's the Unreal 5. Let me expand this out a little bit here where I can read it better. And it says, that's about the story. Pretty sure it's the Unreal Engine 5, but I could be wrong on the number. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5. And it says here, somewhere here it says what the name of their engine was. I think it's just the Red engine, and it's going to be the Unreal Engine 5. It was the Red engine is one that they were using up to this point, and this one going forward will be the Unreal Engine 5. So some people are going to like that announcement. because a lot of people are very loyal to the Unreal Engine. So I don't necessarily have a preference, but I know a lot of people do. So we know those two things. In addition to the fact that it's going to be a new era, quote. So that's the first one. So how do you feel about there being the continuation for the Witcher franchise has been announced, and the fact that they're going to be partnering with Epic and using a new engine and all that? After the troublesome launch of Cyberpunk 2077, it was before that, before you had the troublesome launch of Cyberpunk, most people would have been just like over the moon about anything with the Witcher franchise. Now, a lot of people still will be, but I think it's going to be tempered with just a little bit of skepticism because of how they handled the Cyberpunk launch and everything since then. Now, they're still, of course, putting out patches. They're making new content for Cyberpunk, so of course it has improved, but it did hurt their reputation with how bad that was launched and so forth. So going forward, it'll be interesting to see, how people's reactions are to that. Now, the next thing, gotta wet the whistle there. The next announcement, which kind of caught me by surprise, and anybody that is of my era of vintage gamer probably caught them off guard as well. Ken and the names Ken and Roberta Williams have. Did I close that? Because I think there was another story on here that I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. So the other thing was that these two folks, who are Ken and Roberta Williams, of course now I gotta find the story again, because for whatever reason my computer decided to close it instead of minimizing it. Could have been operator headspace. Well, regardless, even though I can't find it, I can tell you what it is. So they are the people who created the game studio known as Sierra Games, back in the day. Now, Sierra Games made all kinds of what we called the point-and-click adventure games. Now, Roberta Williams she created King's Quest. You had King's Quest, Space Quest, Police Quest, etc. Those were all Sierra Games, the classic point-and-click adventure games that have a very special place in a lot of people's hearts. They have announced that they're creating a new game. And it says coming out fall. It's called The Colossal Cave, and it's coming out something like fall of, let's see here, fall of this year, I believe. Let's see here, fall 2022. Yes. Looks like it's being produced by Cygnus Entertainment, and it's quoted as a 3D adventure. So it'll be probably like a throwback to the old adventure games. It's called Colossal Cave. My understanding is, and I don't know this for a fact, but if there was one way back with Sierra called Colossal Cave, I was not aware of it. That's not one I ever played. I have seen some different squabblings going on saying that actually was one of their original games and this is a new version of it. I haven't confirmed that, but it's possible. But just the fact that they're putting out, these are pioneers in the video game industry that are putting out a new game. So it's I will put the link below for Colossal Cave 3D. They do have a website going already for it and all that. So I will put a link there if you guys want to check it out. I'm going to register so I get updates about what's going on with it and all that. So, because I'm pretty interested about it. So, the other side note to this, the coincidence that both of these announcements came on the same day for me is kind of really coincidental, because I did a video some time ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago, something like that, of the similarities between Geralt of Rivia and a character called Gabriel Knight. Now, Gabriel Knight is from a Sierra franchise, the Gabriel Knight Mysteries franchise. It was 3 games that were produced, point-and-click adventures, under the Sierra banner, and there were a lot of similarities between Gabriel Knight and Geralt of Rivia. I will also put a link below to my video where I show all of the similarities between Geralt, who is a Witcher, and Gabriel Knight, who is a Schattenjäger. Schattenjäger means shadow hunter. Witcher, shadow hunter. And there's more. You'll have to watch my video. I go into all the similarities. So the fact that the Witcher franchise made an announcement, and the people that started the Sierra brand, the game studio back in the day that made Gabriel Knight, also made an announcement that they're making another game on the same day. That made the announcements on the same day. After my video that I did, however many years ago I did it, is just another similarity between tying those two things together. It's weird. So anyway, guys, that'll do it for this episode of Beer 30. Hope you enjoyed something refreshing while you were watching it. And we will, of course, have more news about both the Witcher franchise and Witcher 4, the title for now, going forward. And also this Colossal Cave 3D adventure from Ken and Roberta Williams. We'll have news about that, I'm sure, in the days and months to come ahead. So until next time, guys, we will catch you on the flip side. Cheers.